everyone. Welcome to New Hope Now. My name is Garrett, and I have with me Michaela Wong.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, everyone. How's it going? And we just want to kind of put someone in front of the camera who's usually never in front of the camera. You never get to see Michaela because she's usually behind the scenes. She does so much, not just for the weekend so that you guys can see service every week, but also during the week for our church and for a lot of people. So what do you do on the week or weekend basis?
Thanks, Garrett. Yeah, so during the week, I typically doing Levites. I'm also the midweek administrator, and then for the weekends, I help with our graphics and lyrics team.
So that's like a billion things right there.
Just a few.
So not only do you help like keep our facilities nice and sparkly clean, but you also help behind the scenes with midweek, and then on top of that, you sometimes produce midweek as well, right?
Yeah, here and there.
Wow, so that's a lot. And then the weekend, you're usually doing graphics or Pro Presenter, all sorts of different programs that I have no idea. Sometimes we even help set up that big LED screen that we have.
Yeah.
That was super cool. So I just kind of want to ask you, for everyone who doesn't know, Michaela didn't start magically, being on staff and being able to do all this stuff. There's kind of a journey to get there. And so how did you kind of begin on the journey to where you are now as far as serving?
Yeah, so I think the first thing I started serving in was lyrics. I served about once or twice a month, just a Saturday, and I was doing lyrics for about a month, and it was really hard. I was actually pretty scared. It's a interesting position to be in, and I almost quit, actually.
Wow.
But at one point, I had a conversation with one of my leaders, and they were like really encouraging and just like keep going. So I tried. I served some more, and I asked my leaders around me a lot of questions about the position and how I can do a better job. And here we are.
Yeah. Well, you do a great job.
Thanks.
I think so. And I had to do your job for like one night. And it was pretty crazy.
You did great.
It's crazy. So what's something unique about the area or areas that you serve during the weekend or the like midweek and stuff like that?
Yeah, for our tech booth and the graphics and lyrics team in particular, we're super behind the scenes, and I think that's really interesting because you won't necessarily see us on stage singing worship or giving a message.
Not yet.
Yeah, probably never gonna happen. Or even in the front greeting. But what we live by here is that we believe everything is tied to a soul, and so when our team takes that seriously, we are able to find value in our positions, even though they're kind of tedious and kind of demanding of us regarding preparation for the services. And so even though it's a position that you'll probably not get a lot of thank yous for, or anyone will even see you serving, we know that we're glorifying God because if something that we've done correctly or done well on a weekend or on a midweek has affected one person, then we know we've done our job.
Yeah, and something that I remember one of our kind of older, back in the day, one of our amazing sound engineers used to say that, sound is just removing barriers of communication. And so for what you guys do is you just help emphasize visually what we're singing to, what we're watching, and it really helps us connect not only with the message but what the Holy Spirit's doing. So I really want to thank you on behalf of everyone who watches online. You guys do a lot of work, and it doesn't magically happen. There's people who have to go in, probably you, and go in and like time out the lyrics right and put in every single line. So that's a lot of work, but it really helps us, not just for the sake of cool things to look at, but it really helps communicate what the Lord's doing in our congregation. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And so the last question, like you said before, it is kind of intimidating to jump into. What would you say to someone who is thinking about serving, or maybe the Lord's kind of pressing on them to serve, but man, that's intimidating. I don't know where to go or start, or tech seems cool, but I know zero about anything. What would you say?
I would say, hi, my name is Michaela. I'm the least tech-savvy person you will ever meet. And I'm somehow leading the graphics and lyrics team. So I want to say, if I can jump into a position that I know absolutely nothing about, you can too. It's really exciting to see how people can jump in and be super nervous. I was super nervous. I said I'd never do graphics. I would just stick with lyrics, and here I am overseeing both. And I would say just jump in, give it a try, and if it's not for you, it's not for you. We'll find something else for you. But you'll never know unless you take a chance, right?
Yeah. So I just want to thank everyone online. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you want to join or jump in at all, you can reach out to me, reach out to Michaela, and our light went down. Well, that's totally fine, which means we're probably taking too long. So thank you so much for watching, and we appreciate you all. We'll see you right here next week. Aloha.
Bye.